to join. Okay, so my practice is a little different, like anybody's Bartley's practice is. I've done Lindsay's class the other week, just to see the pace and the moves that we do, to see the level and how hard you push it. It is down to you. At the end of the day, if there is any change you need to make to the move, please make a change. I will take you through a very similar movement pattern, very similar pace, but again, I will try and give you little steps into how to make it a little tougher. And also we'll go through a pace I use a deep stretching toward the end. So it's a breathing technique with using either a towel or a band. That's the thing I'll pull out now, which will get the band. And then we go to a breathing technique and how to lengthen muscle groups, which is a good thing to walk away with as well. So we'll begin, and I'm just going to grab these bands. And then pick it up. Okay. You have only got me for this week. Any worries, questions, comments? It's like a substitute teacher. Where you run in and then you just run back out again. No, yeah. No, that's it. Okay, we are going to start on the mat. Position a bit better. Very hard to position this thing. You're going to lay down on your back. We're going to bring the hands over the head. Throughout the whole of this practice, you're going to focus on that breathing, opening up from the chest. Breathing is one of the essential parts of this. With the hands, alternate sides, you will slowly just reach above the head. Just lengthening out the sides of that body, through the lats, through the obliques. It's a nice side-to-side movement. Again, slow and steady with this one. Bring it back to neutral with the hands. Slowly but pulse the hands towards the floor and up a little. Just back towards the floor and up a little. Keep the arms fairly straight above the head. Just doing this, just opening up that chest, waking up those shoulder blades. You'll feel this on the mats. Nice and steady, you're going to bring the hands so they come up above the chest and then back over above the head again. Nice smooth movement. So on that arc, you are not bending the arms at any points. Those fingertips are stretched out. The movement is nice and steady and slow. Your hips are neutral. You need to readjust, please readjust. Time you're breathing with the movement. Each time, just a millimeter more, trying to push towards the floor to really open up and lengthen that body. Keep the movement going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down by the side. Now we're going to do this with the toes. So point the toes away, stretching out through that shin. And then bringing the toes in towards you, lengthening through so into the hamstring. Point away. Pull in. Nice and steady. So smooth. We're trying to wake up the body. You're going to get cramp in the feet, then just release it all and then go back into the movement. Bring the feet back up, so they're pulling up, nice and square with the floor. This time the feet are going to rotate out to the side and center. Now this is encouraging rotation in the hip. So rotate out and to the center. So the feet place here, place out. You'll feel it's all in the hips. Go towards the top, towards the floor. Hands in neutral, shoulders neutral. Feel it's all in the hip. Bring the feet to center. We're going to bring up that left leg slowly up to knee above the hip in line. This is a thing that Lindsay goes on about a lot. This is the one where you're bringing that hip directly, knee over the hip directly straight up, holding it here, and then extend out here. For the ones you just want to bring it back to the floor for a little respite, you can. Just bring it up and down. Once you want to push it a little further, we're going to bring it so the heel hovers off the floor and then comes back up. So you're going to keep those hips both placed on the floor. There is no leaning over. Your shoulders are equally with equal pressure points on the floor as well. Hands are in a nice neutral position. We're just going to start here by extending that leg. Bring it in. Nice, steady, deep breathing throughout this. A bit more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let that leg rest down. Go back to your feet on top and rotate out. We're going to go into the other leg. Same thing. So bringing that knee up, so square with that hip, it's a nice straight line, nice wide angle off the knee to the shin. And then you're going to extend either that respite by resting on the floor and back into it, or hover the floor, pull back. Repeat to yourself about the points of contact, the pressure points, making sure one hip is not taking the pressure over one side, not taking the pressure over the other. This is for neutral hips, neutral shoulders. This is just the leg extending, pulling it. Nice and steady. For that breathing, feed the muscles, feed the legs. Let's go with 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Just be nice and quiet for the practices. Feet up. Feet go out. Come in again. Come back in. Try and pull those toes towards the shin and continue that movement out and in. You're lengthening the hamstrings through the calves. Back to center. You're going to try and bring both knees, one after the other, up above the hips. We're going to start with one on the other side. Don't mind which side. Bring the knee out to the center. Again, keep the other leg above the hip. Try and keep neutral in the hips. Don't go too far over. You know your limits. A lot of you have done this practice for a few years now with Lindsay. You know the move. You know what you should be looking for and how you should feel with this. Do not push this any further. As soon as you feel that other hip, it's going to lift off the floor to the counterbalance, bring it in. Keep the core nice and tight. It goes out. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to center, hold here. If you need to respite, place the feet on the floor and then draw them back up. If you want to go straight to move, we're going to go onto the other leg. Draw it over. Same move, just other side. This is all in your own time. At any point, you need to just grab that break. Just drop the feet down to the floor, controlled. Join us when you're ready. No pressure in this class at all. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Feet back to center. Drop the feet to the floor. Reach up above the head. Drop both legs down straight, reach as tall as you can. Stretch out that hip flex. Stand by your side. You're going to go into a nice slow alternate. Knee lift, drop. Keep the leg extended. Then you're going to go into alternates. Alternate. I'm the Canadian say I keep getting that one wrong. Knee up, extend bar. This is stage 1. Stage 2 is then to bring yourself up slightly into a half crunch. Keep the legs going. So you feel this top end of the core activating, keep the legs moving. We're going to go to the next stage. You want to make it a little tougher. Lift and go to the opposite side, center down. So
We're going to lift up together. It's what we call a suitcase. Because both sides need to fold in. But not just bring the knees up and twist over. So just you nice and steady. In that form. Nice and equal. To one side. Approach. Side. Center. Extend. It's a real big work on the core, so remember that breathing. Eight more, 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Well done, and extend that body again. This is always going to be our reset. It's going to lengthen everything out. That's the oxygen from muscle quick for the quickest recovery. We're going to bring those knees up, place the feet flat on the floor. We're going to bring the arms above the chest. We're going to open up that chest. So if you just come down nice and smooth, open up, bring it up. Open up that chest. Big breath in on the way down, exhale on the way up. The big breath in is because you're opening up the hands, so it means you're going to be at your maximum capacity of lung. And then when you bring the hands together, you exhale. So we're collapsing your frame, which means we're collapsing to the lung. Inhale. Exhale. It's a feel-good move. No pressure. We've got 4 more of these to go. Let's go. 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. All right, keep the hands up here, solid. You're going to bring the right or left knee up. So you have one hand up, the other leg up. One hand stays in position. You're going to go out and in together. Your other arm is going to stay straight. And try and go out and in together. This is tricky. All the body wants to do is roll when the weight goes. Takes a couple of times to figure out how far you can push this without the body rolling over. Tighten the core. Deep breaths again. So your leg and your arm are going together. One straight line, not toward each other, not away from each other. Just out to the side. Center. You're breathing. We have now lost the stability of having the hands on the floor, which makes this another level. If you feel this is too much, just bring your hands to the floor and go back to just that leg motion. Working through that hip, through the hip flexors. Here we go, 8. 7. 6. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, back to center, both feet down. If you need to reset the arms as well, just bring it into the side, and they're going back up, and we're going to work on the other side. So you bring the hands back up, nice and straight above those shoulders. You bring the other leg up. Again, just nice and steady. Bring the knee out, and go. Once again. Both hips on the floor. That control. Definitely feel one side is stronger than the other. That's completely normal. Our bodies are built the way we use them every day. Each will have one dominant side, one not so dominant side. Let's go with 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to center. Lower that leg. Lower the arms down to the sides. Palm facing up towards the ceiling. From here, you're just going to raise and lower from the shoulders. You're just going to raise them up towards the ears and then drop them down. The hands roll up and down on that floor. Just raising the shoulders up and then trying to push them down. Working through the traps. If you want to make it slightly tougher, you're going to lift the hands off the floor. Keep the palms facing up towards the ceiling. And squeezing those shoulders towards the ears and dropping them down. Again, get that breathing. A lot of people are very tight in this area. Try and loosen it out a little, weight the shoulders up. Try and lengthen them out slightly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold neutral shoulder. Everybody can lift their hands off the floor. So we're in a 45-degree angle. The hands are off the floor. You're going to slowly pulse them up and down. If you want to make this a little tougher, you can lift the feet off the floor as well. Get that slight crunch. Just keep the pulse going in the hands. In your own time with the hands, you're going to work them as they pulse. They're going to work up to shoulder level, like a zigzag motion. Once they're at shoulder level, you'll feel it across the chest, and then they're going to work their way back down. So you're going to zigzag that motion back down towards the sides of the body. As the hands come towards the sides of the body, you'll feel the core activate a little more. I'm going to bring them out and zigzag them out. Nice and steady. To the chest level. So chest level, okay. Up and down. Remember, the legs are just an option. They can be on the floor, or they can be raised so the knees are above the hips. It just depends on where you want to do the move. Breathe, keep those palms facing up. Taking back down. Trying to encourage here multi-directional tension. It's not just a pulsing up and down movement, we're also going in direction. More than one muscle group being activated when we do this movement. You're going to hold them at shoulders here. Alternates, arm up to lower, arm up to lower, opening up that chest muscle. Again, make sure the line, when the arms are down, are on the line of the shoulders. They're not by the sides or halfway. They are directly square on. Nice straight arm. If you want to take this a step further, you can do both arms together, but take what's fine. With the breathing again. When the arms are open, big breath in. When the arms are closed, exhale. If you'd like to take this a step further, when the arms come together, you're going to get a slight crunch. And then you're going to open up everything down. When the arms come together, take a slight crunch. This is all air out, all air in. Exhale on the way up when the arms come together. Inhale, arms open. Really open up that rib cage. Every muscle that joins intercostals. For the ones that have had 3 or 4 coffees today already, feeling completely up for it. When you bring them together here, you can pulse for 2, 3, and you come back down. The next level of the move. The ones that are happy here, eat here, just the singles. Like I said, I'll always give you more, and it's up to you into what stage you feel most comfortable. If you want to adapt the move because of injury, because of limitations, do not worry about it. Adapt the move. As long as it's safe, that's fine with me. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the hands down. Roll the shoulders a couple of times, just let them get to neutral shoulder. There's a lot of activity in those. Back to the legs. And the one leg bent, one leg straight, the other one comes up. You're going to extend the leg, so either one bent, the other one straight, depending on how difficult you want this. We're going to blend the leg in and extend. You have the leg bent, knees are level. You have the leg straight, it's down to you where you feel your back is not being pulled off the floor anymore. It's just being supported. If you feel the back is starting to really arch beyond what it normally does, then just hold it back. The back has a natural arch there anyway. We're just looking for neutral spine. We're not looking to hyperextend the spine. Again, under leg bent, legs. The other one is going out. Now, really focus on what that toe is doing. It's pointing. So when it extends, it points. When you pull it in, the toe pulls in as well. Brings another area of motion to that leg. Point the toe on the way out. Focus on that toe coming in when the knee comes in. Okay, the ones who want to take it a step further, when you point the toe out, the leg is then coming to the side like you're drawing a straight line, back to center, then pull in. Leg goes out, draw that straight line across, back to center, pull the knee back in. Out, draw the line across, center, that head brings back, pull on that line. Again, keeping the hips placed on the floor. Go with 8 more feet. Draw the line. Center. 7. Out, point the toe, draw the line. In. 6. Toe, draw the line. Center, draw the in. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Goes. Draw the line. Center. Pull the knee in. Lower that leg. Shake out that hip if needs to be. Rotate that foot a little. Tighten that hip. We're going to switch legs. So again, either one leg on the floor flat or with the bent knee. Extend that other leg. Level. Now focus on that toe. It's being drawn in when you bring the knee in, and then point that toe where it goes out. Let's go into the drawing the leg out, draw the line across, center, draw the knee in, and let's go. Leg out, point the toe, draw the line with that toe across, center, draw it. Out, line across, center, draw it. Out, line, center. Okay, let's go with 8 more. 8, line. 7, line. 6, line. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The leg center, down, over here. But slowly we're going to rotate nice and steady onto your foot. Your hands are going underneath your shoulders. Your knees are going to go underneath your hips, nice and steady. If you suffer from high or low blood pressure, please be careful when you do this. Nice big breaths. When you come over, if you get a dizzy spell, just take a seat for a minute. We're going to start arching that back. Just open it up. You've been laying on that back for a while. Open up that spine. Some places call this cat cow. Others happy cat, angry cat. Whatever you want to call it. You know the move. Again with the breathing, nice and steady. We will be going on to the back later on again. I want to get some movement into that upper spine. Find yourself in a neutral spine. Left or right hand, don't mind which one. You're going to place through the hole. You're going to drop the shoulder. You're going to twist around. So that shoulder drops to the floor. You'll feel a twist in the torso. Just drop that hand down. Ride the shoulder to the floor. Stretch through that shoulder. So this class will be a mix of some stretching, power moves, all at your own pace. Back to center, place that hand back, go to the other side, breathe on the exhale. Back to center. Here comes the fun stuff. Leg extension. Single leg. You are going in and out. So knee comes underneath the hips and then extends it out. But once you want a bit more of a challenge, you can sweep that knee a bit further in. Sweep that knee out. Now think about what the foot is doing. Are you pointing the toe or are you pulling it in towards the floor? Try both out. Get a feel for the difference in the two. When the toe comes in towards the body, it's not pointing, you'll lengthen that hamstring. It makes this move slightly tougher. When you point the toe, it lengthens the shin. It'll also be tight on the ankle. Get it in your own time. Just bring that in. Get that weight nice, soft in the hands. Completely neutral spine. If you need to use the mirror, find out that this body positioning. Please do so. That leg is going level. Try and keep the hips level. And this is my biggest failure in my practice. My hips always want to pull up. The challenge with this is when you extend the leg, you are not pulling around, you are keeping that hip nice and level. Now breathing back. Neutral in the neck. Do not crunch the chin towards the chest and cut off the airway. Do not look up too high and crunch the neck and the upper spine. If you would like to make this a bit more of a challenge, then you're going to pulse for 3 here, and then bring it in. Go again. Get up. Pulse for 3. Bring it in. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That knee comes down. Back into the cat-cow. Just really focusing on the hips. Just trying to make them neutral again. We'll work into the other. Okay, let's bring that other leg up. Yeah, get the position right. You're around. Know your body well enough. Those hips nice and level. Bringing the knee in. Sweeping it. Try the different foot positions with either pointed toe or toe pulled in. Find out what works for you best. Advance this and go with your pulsing. If you've not done so already, go with your pulsing. From the 5 pulses here. Bring the knee in to reset the hips again. Make sure everything's lined up. That counts. So each pulse will draw you off track slightly. The reason we do the knee back in is for the resets. Make this difficult by making sure the rest of the body is in a nice place to be. Unlike my other classes, which are too quick to realize it, this one is nice and steady to make this move difficult. Being very conscious where the shoulders are at, where the hips are at, making the move more pure. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back into your cat cow. And then into your child's pose. Now push, you're going to go down to the child pose. You're not going to make this child's pose nice and relaxing like they usually are. You're going to work the hands forward. You're going to try and inch the hands forward so you get that real stretch down the side of that body, through the lats, through the arms. You're then going to work the hands to the left or the right hand side of your body line, of that center line. Bring over to the left or right. Feel that stretch down the side. Big breaths, airway open. The tendency with this move is to drop that chin towards the chest. Back to center, and over to the other side. Back to center. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to the other leg again, and this time round we are going to go for 5. So you're going to lift that knee up, keep that leg nice and square. And if you want to reset, you just let the knee drop to it, and then back up again. If you want to make this a little tougher, you do not touch the floor throughout all this move. You're trying to get that knee as high as you can. We're trying to keep neutral spine, neutral hips. If you're trying to bring that knee up and you feel yourself coming over, don't let it. Just come up to where what is going to limit you to. Again, if you want to make this a touch tougher, you're going to hold up and you're going to pulse the knee for 3 and then pull it back down again. That is just an option. Pulse just puts a little bit more strain on there. Next, completely neutral. Remember, from top to toe, think about what you are doing with that body position. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Straight to the other leg. That lift. Just single for now. If you want to go straight into your pulsing, be my guest. That breathing. Bringing the pulses down. Let's get it going. Let's line those pulses there. If you want the respite, just placing that knee back on the mat again. If you want to keep that knee off the mat, keep that going. Get a few pulses up there. Make this a bit of a challenge. Neutral neck, top to bottom, remember, not too high, not too low. Straight down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to drop from the out down to the elbows here, almost like a cat bow. Back up again, go into a half push. Here, you go into a cat bow. The elbows are keeping narrow. So just bring them down as far as you're comfortable. Back up, and take them wide. One here. One here. This is working chest and triceps. The narrow one is triceps, because when you push back up, it's the triceps that's being activated. When you're going down, it's more predominantly chest. Cat bow, chest. You want to make this tougher, you bring those knees back slightly, so you have it's further away from your hands and knees, and that makes that move that little tougher. Again, remember that breathing. This is a very strong move. You go down as low as you feel comfortable. Remember to bend from the elbows when you go to the cat bow. It's that push. Bow.
Is your pelvis tucked under or your back part?
The pelvis should be fairly tucked. Should be still neutral spine. But especially when you go to the cat bow, it wants to arch.
Yeah.
But again, don't force it to do something it's not meant to do. It arches because it's trying to counter cat bow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring those knees back under the hips. Opposite arm to opposite leg extension. Start with the legs first. So we're going to push one out as far as we can go, then pull it in, and then the other. Now, when you're ready to do it, this is more going to be a balance game, trying to keep it neutral. One arm out, off the head. Toes point, fingers, as long as they can. Do not be sloppy with any of this move. Pull it in. Lengthen. Pull it in. Let's advance this slightly. So when you lengthen it, you're then going to tuck everything in. So everything tucks in. Back out again. Then back down. So it's out. Tuck everything in. Everything goes back out again. And back down. Out. In tuck. Out. Down. Keep going with that, again at your own speed. Sometimes slowing it down and holding it out for longer makes this move tougher. Hold the control. Listen to your back. It needs to move slightly, let it move. You have neutral hips, neutral shoulders. Do not force the back to go anywhere it does not want to. That breathing, that hold, that core, it's going to be nice and tight. It's the one to keep you balanced. So when you extend, you keep that balance there. You only have 2 points of contact. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly grab that ball. We're going to go back onto our backs again. One I did quite like she did earlier, last time I was here, which I've used in my other classes now, is putting that ball under the spine. Oh, this makes it so much more difficult. Look at the smiles on everybody's faces. Really, I didn't think you remembered that one. Right, keep the little weights near you as well. If you have little weights, keep them near you. Okay, lower spine, not too high up. Not up here, it is literally at the base of that spine. It's a balancing tool. You'll find a position, if the ball gets away from you, it means it's too low. Do Do not have it on the arch. I do not want pressure going on the arch because it's going to push it too high. So right on that base. We're going to bring the feet and the knees together. The closer the things the feet and knees are, the more unstable it's going to make you. If you feel you're getting too unstable, then just take the feet and the knees wider. The more narrow, the more unstable, the more wide, the more stable. Okay, here we go. So let's go into that alternate knee. We're going to extend and draw that pencil line we've done before. In, and down. And then go to the other leg. So bring it up, extend, draw that pencil line. Cross, center, knee in and down. If you want to make this tougher and more unbalanced, you can lift the arms off the floor, the neutral position here or here, up to you. But as soon as the arms are off the floor, it makes this move that much more difficult, especially when drawing that pencil line across and down. Yep. Point the toe out, nice long lever. Draw the pencil line across, center, in and down.
You will feel your base of your back is rolling all over that ball. That's completely normal. It is your core that's keeping you on that ball. It's muscles twitching to keep you there in position and stabilized. Keep focused on it.
The alternate going. For the breathing. Okay, extend one on the other leg. Just keep it extended now. Point that toe and pulse up and down. Pulse up and down. The leg will start to get tired. So when you find yourself getting a bit more unstable, try and keep the weight off the grounded foot. Again, because everything starts to go towards it. That's the point of contact. That's the easiest way to get our muscles working. So you're going to try and keep quite light on that foot. You can just place the toe down on that point of contact. So you're lifting the heel, and you're still keeping that pulse going on the other leg. If you really want the challenge, you can lift the other foot off the floor to keep the pulse going. This is where it's going to start kicking. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee in, both feet down on the floor. Whatever leg goes out. Other foot grounded to start. Go into that pulse motion. It's that nice, steady pulse motion. Arms, where you feel they're best suited for your capabilities and comfort. Start to lift the heel on the grounded foot. You can make it very light. Or start to bring that knee up. The other leg still pulsing again, as it's the other side will be very different. No two sides are the same. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground the feet. Lift the hips up, remove the ball, but keep the hips lifted. We're going to keep these hips lifted up off the floor, ball in the hands. Here you're going to slowly squeeze and release the ball. Palms are flat against it, squeeze and release. You're trying to pop that ball. You're going to put tension through that ball. You're going to keep those hips lifted off the floor. Reverse plank. The breathing. Try to squeeze that ball. Keep the hips lifted. Now hold the squeeze. You're going to hold that tension there. You're going to bring the arms above the head. You're going to bring them over the chest. You're going to keep squeezing. There is tension in the arms and the chest all the way back, all the way up. Keep squeezing that ball. 8, 7, 6, 5. Switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the ball center, just light on the grip, just loosen the grip. Now hips are going to go down and up and thrust. Either lightly down the floor or don't touch the floor at all. Nice and steady, touch and lift. You'll really feel this in the glutes. Feel the one's a little tougher in a different position of the body, then shuffle the feet slightly together. Really feel strong, you can lift one leg and drive it up. 5 drives on one leg and then switch. Get the full range of hip motion. Okay, start thinking about bringing it to equal numbers on either side. When you have, and just bring both feet. Just hold the position again with the hips lifted. You're going to slowly bring that bum down to the floor and you're going to sit up with the ball. Nice and steady, sit up. You're going to hold the hands out in front. You're going to be nice and strong and tall. There's a piece of string holding you up here. You're going to lean back where you feel comfortable to support yourself and then back up again. Do not arch into this one. Do not collapse. You're going to keep that strength there. Lean back. Now, there are adaptations on this one. This is the start. If you want to go into what we call the rower, you're going to bring the heels in. Extend. Heels in. Extend. So everything in, everything out, keeping on the floor. The ball is there to keep the arms locked, neutral, keep the shoulders level. Remember that breathing. If you want to make this tougher, of course you do, because we're near the end. You can pick the feet off the floor and everything comes in, everything goes out. If you really want to, then the ball can come in and the ball can go up. The center point is the core. This is the tough bit. Keep the breathing going, we are nearly there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Release, place the ball to the side. Laying down, hands up towards the ceiling. Let the feet drop towards the floor. Start with your deep breaths. Work up from the feet up into the shoulders and head. You're going to focus on the areas to relax. If you need to move these areas slightly, like wiggle toes, flex knees, We've got the hips to make the muscles completely relaxed, then do so. We're going to start at the feet. Just wiggle the toes lightly. Flex the feet. Get your brain down to the foot muscles. Deep breath in on the exhale, and relax the feet completely. Keep the deep breathing going and focus on the ankles and calves. Looking up into the knees. Quads. Hamstrings. Glutes, flexors, deep breaths. We try and build our skull, lower back, ribs, chest. Release from the chest and shoulders drop into the floor. Bring down through to the arms. Fingers relax, they will naturally curl. To the shoulders. Neck. Neck. Cheeks. Jaw. Through that process of getting your own line for a minute or two more. Nice deep breaths. Slowly open those eyes. Practice is done. If you need to stretch anymore, please stretch. Be aware of others if they're still chilling out. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. It can be nice. Lindsay's back next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Well, happy Father's Day to the ones that are fasting. That's all right. It's very different from me. That's the most. It's good though, it's nice. Oh yes, tomorrow morning. If anybody's spinning at 9 AM at T. Erickson spin, that's also me tomorrow. Shelley Bess's away. Everybody's going away. Thank you, Bruce. More than welcome, anytime. Oh yes, so the ones that are going to the summer solstice have the last. That's actually like.
Oh yeah. Do you think great people watching? Oh yeah. Yeah. How are you? Oh yeah. I actually like to take over and just watch the show. It's so good. I was reminded of the one stories. Yeah. Okay. And then Venus was pretty like neon. 5 years ago, they had big shops. Oh yeah. And a memory came up on Facebook this morning, and I was like, oh. I was one of the people watched.
I always have it up.
Terrible. I don't think I've actually saw it since then. Well, they didn't have it for the last.
Yeah, any feedback's good. If you want to pick up a bit more old stuff, then let me know. I'm sure I'll be covering this again at some point this summer. Right. It's beer o'clock for everybody else. Lovely. Yes, beer o'clock. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Damn good. Have a good one.
Thank you.
So first I have to do my house duties to get the tyres changed over to summertime. Left it a little way. If you're rolling the back of the car, start.
To be honest,
It's been wet enough for you, yeah. Have a wonderful weekend, guys.
what's your customer rate?
It's TRX spin, it's a 90-minute class. So we start with a 45-minute spin, and then we go to TRX and weights. It's going to be the hell's bells.
That sounds dangerous. It's good.